Hello and welcome back. So guys, here in this class what I'm just gonna do is I'm removing all these things, the jumbotron and the extra effect which I just added here in the style.css. So first of all, I'm removing the jumbotron, which is actually not necessary. So I just deleted that and going there, removing that one. Now going to the style.css and first of all removing the jumbotron. I just teach you about the jumbotron because I just want to teach you how to make the custom nav bars or custom bootstrap. So by the way, clicking on the index.html, sorry about that. Now clicking on the HTML, index.html, and you know that I just removed the silver color from the body already. So I am just putting the custom instead of the inverse. Custom, saving and going to the style.css, and here instead of the inverse I'm just typing custom, saving and going to the browser back and refreshing. Now this is same, but you can see that the effect on the color, the A tags has been removed. So there, just pressing some enters and putting navbar A tag, okay, color, I'm just directly applying the effect to the navbar A. The color I'm just putting as white. Now save and refresh. Now the element is not visible for us because I just applied the white color to there. Right now I'm not applying the white color because this can be confusing for me and for you to understand what's happening, but I'll apply the white color to the A tag nearly. Going to the index.html back, and actually what I'm just doing, just after the navigation we need to create the header. Okay, header, I'm using the HTML5 element definitely. So you know that what we have to do is applying the HTML dark type here, dark type HTML, cover that and then just save and refresh. Now everything is same because we are already using the way of HTML5, nothing new or actually nothing old. So by the way, going inside the header and putting only two things. First of all, the div tag, and inside that div tag I'm just gonna put the two things which I'm just telling. First one is the h1 tag, okay, and inside the h1 tag I'm just typing the general blog. I can type anything, whatever I prefer. By the way, I'm just typing general blog, and then p tag, okay, p, and here just adding the class of lead. You know about the lead class, we've learned about the lead class already. So by the way, the block which you love, anything I can type, whatever I prefer. Refresh. Now the general blog, the blog which you love, whatever, blah blah blah, rectify the things. Now here I'm just applying a class, and which class I'm just applying? Text center. Now save and refresh. Now the text is now center. What more we need to do? Here in the header we have to apply an image. So I'm just going to the browser back, and actually this is the file, this is the header1.png. so I'm just creating the images folder and actually just cutting this file inside this image. Okay, copy, paste there. Now rename it. I just want this as only header. Okay, now go to the notepad, to the index.html and apply the style background. Okay, now URL, and what I'm just putting here, the images folder, then image, sorry, not the image, the header.png, the file type is png. Save and refresh. Now I got the image here, you can see that, and the text has been applied to the image, but not in the perfect manner. We have to do a lot of things to manage all these things. I'm going back to the notepad, and first of all I'm just clicking to the style.css and pressing enter, and the header is here, and which color I just want in the header? White. Save and refresh. Now the text is cleared. Here just pressing enter and then just adding in a specific height, 500 px, checking in the browser and refreshing. Looking too big, but I'm just thinking to do another things. For example, I just want to remove the background color from this thing, the blog, and actually I'll just apply the blog, the navbar in the header. And how I'll do this? Here is the navbar. I'm removing the background, I'm removing the border and anything, because definitely we do not need anything like that. So refresh that and everything is fine as the previous one. What more I'm just applying here is first of all the position top, and then the, oh sorry, position should be absolute. That's perfect. And the top 0. Save and go to the browser and refresh. Now you can see that it's applied on the perfect way. So what we need to do here, I'm just applying some kind of padding. You know that padding can make the size more bigger, 150px and the 50px. Okay, 150px from the top and bottom and 50px from the right and left. So save and refresh. Now it's perfectly managed. So if this is what do you think, then okay, but if you just want to change the size, you can put the 400px, refresh. It's looking normal. Why not I just apply the 450 and save and refresh. So now it is looking perfect, not bad. Or if you just want, you can apply the 500 as well. I'm just going to the index.html, and what more I'm just gonna do, first of all, the color should be in the proper way. I'm going to the style.css, and this is the navbar, adding an enter and adding the color here, the white. Save and refresh. Now it's in the white color, looking perfect. But something more we need to do in the header area, in the navbar area. I'm going to the index.html and applying the navbar right. Save and refresh. Oh, nothing happened. It means I have to manage this. So we have to do something more there. Okay, what we have to do is I'm just going to the style.css, and actually there after the top, actually you know that we just remove the width from the navbar. So actually it's supposed to get the width only from there to the knowledge one. Okay, so how to recover this? I'm adding the width here, the width 100%. Okay, now save and go to the browser and refresh. Now it's perfectly managed as we want. So what more we need to do is I'm just going to the index.html, and actually just before the UL I'm just creating some more things. So what I'm just gonna create here, a new div. Okay, and then, but before that I'm just thinking to manage the thing is, you can see that when I just hover the mouse here, it is not looking really beautiful. Actually you can see that by this white gray color, the white color is not visible. I'm going to the notepad, and before doing anything with this div, I'm just clicking on the style.css and just typing .nav. Okay, now inside the nav, the li and lia, and the state of the lia is hover. Okay, now I'm just clearing you what I'm just telling here. The nav, inside the nav there are the li's, and with all of them, all that allies, we have the a, and in the state of hover for this a, we just want to apply the thing here, the background. Which color do you prefer? For example, you prefer the maroon, just for an example. Refresh. Now when I just hover the mouse, the color is in the maroon tone, which is looking not bad, looking perfect I think, but you can change according to your need. So I'm just applying the maroon color. You can apply your own. And the last thing is, which we have to do in the header, is to applying some kind of search bar here. This after the blog, I'm opening the notepad and actually going to the index.html, and then this is the div which we just created. I'm adding some kind of classes. Okay, and then here I'm just applying the form inline, and then here creating a div here, and what I'm just typing the input group. Okay, because I just want to apply the search area, the text field, and the button. So the first one I'm just creating the input type. Okay, I'm just typing search. The search is just like the text, but this is the specific element for creating some kind of search bar, especially created in HTML5. So by the way, the class I'm applying form control. Save and go to the browser and refresh. Now I got the thing which I just want, but definitely everything has been disturbed, so we have to clarify all the things. But before managing this thing, I'm just creating another thing, the div, and then here adding the class of input bdn group. We've learned about it already. Create some kind of interesting feature. I'm just going to show you. the button here, cover this up and go there to the first one tag and adding the class and bdn default, save and go to the browser. But before going to the browser, let's just mention that search, I can type here anything. Now refresh. Now you can see that the button is there, and you can see that the first thing is the first one corners, the top left and bottom left are just like rounded, and there you can see the squares. So that means the feature which I just want to apply, where is it, the input group has been applied there perfectly, but it's not applying to the button. That's why the button is in the second line. So I have to manage that. I'm going to the browser back, sorry, the notepad back. Actually the mistake is the input group, then bdn. Now save and refresh. Now we got the thing which we just want, but there I just want to do some more things. You can see that the search is in the typing mode. I'm just going back to the notepad and actually removing the text. Okay, so what I'm just doing here, I'm just typing actually span. Okay, I just want to apply some kind of a glyph icon here. So class glyph, spelling should be correct, glyph icon, and then the search. Now save and I wish it is perfect. Now you can see that it's applied, but the other thing is you can see that it's lost the focus and now everything has been disturbed. So I'm just going back. Actually we have to apply some more things here. You can see that we are inside the navbar, so why we are only just typing the form in line, we have to put the navbar and nav and navbar nav to clearing that this is the part of the navbar. Now refresh that. Now you can see that it's cleared as we want. So what more you need to do is, what is the place do you like for it? Do you like this there, or do you want that on the next side? If I just apply the navbar right on that, refresh. Now this is another way to create this one. So I'm just gonna apply another thing here, the style, and here I'm just applying the padding 10px from every side. Save and refresh the browser. Now you can see that it's just managed according to our need and looking really perfect. One more thing, that the size of this text is not appropriate for me. I just want to make it bigger. So .navbar brand, okay, and then here what I'm just doing, or why not I just remove this and I just go to the index, and here you can see that this is a navbar header. If I just remove the div and I just put the h3 to the ending and save and refresh. Now the size, oh, it didn't change the size, so go back and go to the style.css and then the .navbar brand, sorry, the header, and then you know that the font size 25px. Save and go to the browser and refresh. It is still not working, so going there and I'm just changing the header into brand. I'm just applying the thing directly to this a tag. So save and refresh, and now it's applied and looking really perfect for me. I can put the 30px as well if I just need. Save and refresh. Now this is looking more perfect. So in this way we just created the header beautifully, and now we'll go to the down area in the next class. So stay tuned and goodbye.